Okay, the next one for the splits. So start off with your normal lunge that you normally do, but tilt your bottom forwards as much as possible to really stretch the hip flexor for the back leg. So hold that one for 30, then go all the way down into that normal lunge and grab your back foot and pull it as close as you can to your bottom. And hold that one for 30 seconds. And then gently lower it down and go to the straight leg reach, again making sure your hips are nice and square. And then as you bring your chest down towards your leg, you can get your toe and do some point and flexes. So it stretches the different muscles and ligaments that are underneath your front leg. So bring the toes back and right down, all the way back and down. So 10 of each, point and flex. And then bring your toes right back up. And this is the hard part. You have to try and put your big toe to the floor while keeping it flexed. And then put your pinky toe to the floor while keeping it flexed. And then we'll do 10 of those reps as well. Then when you slide into your split, hold normal splits, 30 seconds. And then hold all the way down on front leg, 30. And then to the side, beside your front leg, for 30. And then for a fun challenge, bend up your back leg, try to grab it with your hand, then put it into your elbow and hold it like a little sling. And then see if you can make this shape. Reach your other arm back and hold your fingers together. And it'll probably be very easy on your good leg, and try it on your other leg as well. And then you can also go back to the middle, walk your hands back and release your head. So the goal is really trying to get the head back as far as possible. And you'll probably just be like, all the way down, straight up. Alrighty, so then repeat on the other leg. And of course go through your side split as well. And hold for a minute. If it's super easy, you can pop some pillows under your feet to raise them up from the ground a little bit, or put up onto a chair, and just make sure you're right in the middle, getting a nice split stretch. And then we'll move on to do shoulders as well. So a good way to get into every area of the shoulder is to do the varieties of the seal stretch. So start off with this one, so elbows onto the floor, and then you want to try and pull your shoulders back. It's like you're pulling your chest through the middle of where your arms are. So you'll go pull through. So really trying to really arch your back as much as possible, and then pop your head back too. And it should feel a little bit stretchy on the front, but very like it's crunching your muscles together at the back. And we call this one the Sphinx, because it looks like the Sphinx statue. Then, keeping your elbow under your shoulder, after you've done 30 seconds in the Sphinx, straighten your arms, so it's kind of like a long seal. And then same thing, shoulders back, try to pull your chest through. Lengthen your neck, and then release your head. And you'll feel that that compresses a little bit lower on the back. And then lastly, walk your hands all the way back under your shoulders and pull your chest through from here. So really stretching through the lower back then. And release head. 30 seconds. And then the ring shape. So really bend up your legs and release your head back. And to sort of really overstretch, you can go up against a wall so that this part of your leg is touching the wall, and then you really have something to push against to get your head right back. And see how far you can get your feet down, maybe even toward the shoulders perhaps. Just see how far you can go with that stretch. And then after that you could try some chin stands and other stretchy shapes for fun. And then before we do bridge, we can do some shoulder stretching. So really walk your hands forward, bring your hands up to get that extra height to stretch your shoulders. And hold for 30. And then we can go into some bridge stretching as well. So I'll go out to the wall to show you the ones that we do on the wall. So go over to your wall and squeeze your ears, stand with your legs shoulder width apart, and then lean right back, tap the wall, and return. And then go a little bit further, and return. So every time we're trying to make sure the movement is really coming from your upper thoracic rather than your lower back. So really stretching through the shoulder. And you can do up to 10 reps, going down a bit further on the wall every time. And one of the key things is to get that control. So really pushing your toes onto the floor and holding on like a monkey holds onto a branch with his toes. So really planting the feet and then squeezing through your buttocks as you come back to maintain that balance. Because as you start to go down, you can get a bit wobbly on the way up. So really plant the feet and squeeze tight to maintain your balance. No moving your feet. Alrighty? And then after 10, you can go all the way down and hold chest to the wall with your legs together and straight. I'm not sure how much room I have here, but we will see. Alright, so I'm not flexible, but try and get your chest to the wall and then bring your legs together and straight and hold this one for 30 seconds, chest on the wall. If it's super easy, wiggle your feet in and then straighten. And ultimately get your feet as close as possible. And then for fun, just walk the feet right in. And then try to keep your arms straight. No bendy arms on the way back. And again, using the feet and this tight bottom to control that movement. And make sure you do some rock and rolls afterwards because, oh my gosh, my back. And then we can go on to some TikToks and walkovers. So coming back to the other room. Because like these skills are pretty easy, but we don't want to do anything dangerous while we are not in the gym. So to make the TikTok a bit more fun and challenging, try doing it without bending your leg at all, and that's absolutely necessary. So start with 2 straight legs, and then bring your bad leg up behind you. So going into kind of an arabesque. So you've got your front leg straight, my other leg is straight up in the air, and then from there, see if you can kick without bending your leg. So it's kind of like you're leaning into it. Really open your shoulders, and then see if you can come back to land in an arabesque. So hold again the straight leg, and then stand up with your back leg as high as possible into arabesque. Then with the walkovers, I'm sure you know this one, where you start with your leg here, straighten it out, and then when you finish your walkover, all the way back, and then stand, and try to keep that needle as much as possible, but take your hands away once you've finished. So it's a bit more like a rhythmic kind of walkover. And then try with forwards walkover as well. And then my favorite chin stand to practice is really a lot about lower back flexibility. So you start up on your knees, you probably already know this one, and then roll forwards onto your chin. So start up and roll. And do some different leg shapes. Oh, and one more really fun challenge that I've been working on is like handstand to elbow stand. So I'll try and shoot one more clip and see if I can get that one on camera as well. But you basically just do handstand. The video I saw on Instagram was like, boom, straight away. But I try and do it really slowly so I don't face plant onto the ground. So I'll go do, 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 do. With your legs in stag is pretty much the easiest way to do that. So I'll try and get a clip now.